Hello, welcome to Bisa POS system. This tutorial is going to help you understand whatever you need to do concerning this new system you have developed. Alright, so first of all, you need to install either Firefox or Google Chrome. And once you are done with that, you can go straight ahead and open your Firefox or your Google Chrome. So after you have installed your Mozilla Firefox, when you go to start, you see this information over there. You just click on it, then you enter the web address, so either www.bisagoods.com, then it will automatically open for you. So I'll send you the link to your system, your particular system you are using. Alright, so I'll go into mine. I'll log in. Now, if you're logging in and you enter the wrong credentials, you have only 5 chances. So for example, I'm just going to enter anything. I'll get in the notification these credentials do not match our records, so make sure to enter it well. You have only just 5 options. Once the 5 options are done, you'll be locked out of the system, and unless I have to go back into the system and reset everything, which is going to take some while. So please make sure to use something very simple. So I'll go straight ahead and enter my credentials. So enter my password and I'll log in. Good. Once you are logged in, the details you see here is called your dashboard. And the dashboard, you find your home. So you have your dashboard, here, your company name, and the kind of branch you are inside. So currently, these are the branches I have. I can switch in between any branch as when I want. So if I click on Nkwetia, it automatically switches for me, and I'll get the details over there. If I switch to Damba, I'll get the records over there. Good. If I switch to Fortune, I'll get the records over there. If I switch to Achimota, I'll get the records also over there. So it's as simple as that. So now let's go to Zoom. Now, one thing you must notice is whilst you are selling, you're going to get your records here. So you see the records is today. If I switch it to weekly report, I'm going to get for the past 7 days whatever sales has gone on. If I switch to monthly report for the past 30 days, you see, I'm going to get my items sold. That's the number of items remaining plus the quantity which has been sold most, right? My revenue generated and everything, my updated cost, reorder levels, everything. So I'm going to get all of them over here. Now, if I switch to today, it's just going to show me today's transaction. And this is a summary, this is the dashboard. Stocks is where we would enter our details. So we can go straight ahead and enter our details. But if you have previous stocks, you just let me know, I'll import it for you. Then there's no need for you to enter your stocks. But I'm going to show you how you're going to enter your stocks. Alright, so go to suppliers. First, you have to create a supplier. So for example, we have so what do they bring to us? They bring to us plywoods, boards, screws. Right, now once I click on add supplier, the supply details will be added. So you see we have page 1, page 2. If I change it to 25, it will view all the latest or all the supplies list within a list of 20. I can also search for it from here. So I can just enter the warehouse name, or I can just enter a category name. It will just come, or I can enter just a part of the table and it will come. You don't necessarily need to enter the name or anything, any part. If I just enter 20, you see, whatever contains 20 will come. So now if I want to make an edit, I can just go straight ahead to edit the supplier. You can, if you want to take this out, you can take it out. If you want to take this one out, you can take it out. To create a new one, you just click on it, enter, and press enter the detail, and just press enter to create the category. If you don't want it, you just close it and click on update. That's all. Good. Now let's move to new stock. Once you have entered the supplier, we can go ahead and create our product. So let's say we have 100 pieces over there. Pieces in a carton is 1. Since it is bought and we are not selling in boxes, we are selling in pieces, always make sure that the quantity or the pieces per carton is 1. Then you can go ahead and enter your purchase price, your selling price. If you do wholesaling, you can go ahead and enter your wholesaling price. Now the real order quantity level is where you enter a value at which you get an indication that your stock is going low. So if I enter 50, once it is 50 and below, I'll get the notification that my items are going low. Then I'll select my supplier. So my supplier is Wahoo Warehouse. I'll select the category. Now the invoice is not compulsory. The expiry date is not compulsory, but it will be okay if you enter the invoice number. So like you can use the date for your invoice number, so 280425. I'll just click on create product. You see, stock saved successfully. That is how to create a new product. Right now, the button here you see here is called price adjustment. You have something called price automation in the system, so you can go ahead and make your stock pricing over here. Now your stock pricing allows you to either adjust your prices by a certain percentage or a certain price value. So if I set it to percentage, that means it is going to add 25% of the purchase price as a retail price, 20% of the purchase price as wholesale price, and 18% of purchase price as distribution price. If I switch to price, that is going to add 25 cedis or dollars to your purchase price, 20 cedis or dollars to your wholesale price, and 18 cedis or dollars to your purchase price. As simple as that. Alright, now let's go to update stock. Now update stock is where you get all your stocks, all your stocks. Now you have to search for the product. So I'll search for the product. I'm saying board. Alright, I told you I don't necessarily need to enter the whole part. So even if I enter mate, and I enter B, and I enter 60, you see, I didn't enter the whole mate board 60 I enter mate B 60. I still got it. Once I click on it, now if I want to change the price without adding a quantity, what I have to do is I'll enter 0 here, and I'll just change my purchase price, my selling price, and my wholesale price. Right, but if I want to add quantity, I'll straight ahead go ahead and add my quantity over here. After doing so, I'll press enter, or I'll come and click on update product. Then it will automatically update. So update product, this will add quantity. So you see it was 100 at first, now it is 119. Now let's adjust the price. So meat I'll click on it, it will highlight. I'll enter 0 since I'm adjusting the prices. So let's say 570, 610, 600. Update. You see, updated successfully. What the stock correction does for us is it allows us to correct any mistakes we made, but this is only for administrative level. The manager doesn't even have access to this. And one lovely thing about this application is you have restrictions. You can restrict your users. So you see, if I want to restrict this manager, I can go ahead after selecting his details. I can come down and come and restrict him from having access to certain things in the application. So where can you find it? Under application settings, you go to user privileges. If I select this, as a director, I can even restrict myself from certain stuff. If I select this person's details, I come down, you see. So these are the things that he or she has access to. So you can restrict or limit anyone concerning the access the person has. Alright, now let's go ahead. Let's go back to the stocks. Okay, so stock update, stock correction. Now stock correction, this is where you make changes. This is where you make changes to the item. That is, you are reducing the item, not rather adding. So let's say the meat, you are reducing it by say 9. When I enter 9, you see it will automatically change here. Then quantity left will also change. But if I clear it, nothing will happen over here. So take notice of that. So that is about quantity correction. So now let's go back to stocks. Let's go to review stocks. Now review stocks allows you to reset your whole quantity. So if I want to reset everything, I'll just select everything. I'll scroll down and I'll click on reset. If I click on reset, I'll get a prompt. If I click on yes, it will reset the quantities plus the totals. Alright, so this one too is for administrative purposes. Alright, good. Now if I just want to reset just certain stuffs, I'll just select the things that I want to reset here, and I'll scroll down and I'll click on reset. So you see, it's as simple as that. Now let's go to request stocks. Request stocks allows you to request stocks to your various branches. So let's say if you have multiple branches using the system, you can request a stock from them. Then they will get a notification that you have made a request for a transfer of stocks. Then they'll be able to send you stocks from their warehouse or from their branch to your branch. So it's as simple as anything. You click on the particular item, then you request the quantity that you want. So you can click on the quantity left, you know the ones which are 0, then you can request for some. So how much you want, you can request for it. Once you are done requesting, you use view request to view your request that you have made and the request that has been approved. It's as simple as anything. Now let's go to stock report. Stock report allows us to import our stock. Just as I said, if you have any records of your stock, you can just let me know and I'll import it for you. Or view a specific stocks you have entered for a particular period. So if I want to view stocks I have entered from 22nd to now, I can just go ahead and submit and I'll view. You see, I'll view that stock. If I want to view all stocks, I'll click on stock report again, then I'll select all products, I'll click on submit. Now you see it will bring out all stocks, and I can also change here. Okay, so calm down. If I want to go to the next page, go to the next page, go to the next page, as simple as that. And I'll get my stock value here. Now if I scroll to the right? I'll see quantity, selling price, cost price, total cost, suppliers, and the categories. As simple as that. So this is about stocks. Now let's go to stock transfer. Stock transfer allows you to check the requested stocks so that you'll be able to transfer in between your branches. Now you cannot transfer to the same branch. You can transfer to a different branch. Let's take notice of that. You cannot transfer to the same branch, but you can rather transfer to a different branch. So if Suhum is requesting stocks from, you see these are pending request list. If I click on this, and if I approve of this transfer, you see the stock was requested by this guy on this date. Now if I come to transfer, I'll just enter the stock that he or she was requesting for. So let's say mate. I'll click on it. Which branch am I transferring to? So let's say I'm transferring to Nkwetia because Nkwetia requested for the product. And how many pieces did they request for? So these are the quantity you have left. So if you enter 3, it will reduce. So watch what is happening over here. If I enter 3, it reduce. If I enter 19, if I enter 19, you see, and I can go straight ahead and transfer my item. Once I transfer my item, it is on hold. You see. Now once I click complete and transfer, the quantity here will reduce and it will automatically go to, see, if I want to print, I can print. If it is a small receipt, you select the small receipt and make sure that these two are unchecked and your margin is always at minimum. Then you can go ahead and click on print and it will print through your small receipt. As simple as that. Now let's go and check mate. You see, mate is waiting. It is waiting for us to accept or approve the transfer. Then the quantity will be reduced. So let's go to approvals. Now, pending transfer list. If I click on it and I scroll down, you see mate, 19 pieces is being transferred from Suhum to Nkwetia. The moment I select and I click approve and print, it has been approved. Then I'll click on print. That's all. It will automatically reduce the quantity of meat from here. So let's go and check meat. So you see, meat was 119, but once I had approved the transfer, the quantity just reduced. All right. Now, if you want to check your transfer report, the goods that we have transferred within time, so you see, I can click on it. You see, meat was transferred from where? From Suhum branch to Nkwetia on this date. I can export to Excel. I can print a report. As simple as that. So this is all about the stocks. Next, we will move into sales sales management. Then we check accounts and report. Then we check application settings. All right. Thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful day.